Hello, myself Deepthi, and these are my teammates Chandana, Disha, and Megha. And our problem statement is to find the largest of three numbers. And this program is a fundamental problem in computer programming and digital logic, commonly used to understand comparison operations, conditional branching, and decision making using flags. In this task, three numbers are provided through sensor readings stored at specific memory locations 7A, 7AH, 7BH, and 7CH. The goal is to determine which of these three numbers is the largest and store the result in memory location 7DH. This exercise demonstrates the step-by-step comparison process using conditional statements or flags within a microprocess or assembly level logic environment. The comparison begins with the first two numbers and the largest of two is then compared with the third number to find the overall largest value. This project also involves creating a flow diagram to represent the logical flow and decision making process clearly, showing how the program branches based on comparison results. Finally, the accumulator logic and flag based decisions are explained to illustrate how the processor determines which number is greater using status flag like 0z, carry cy, and signs s flags. This experiment helps in understanding the internal working of comparison and decision making operations in low level programming and builds a foundation for developing more complex control based applications. Now this is proceeded by Disha.
Okay. Now I'm gonna explain in it in more detail. Here is the explanation. To develop an assembly language program, microcontroller is to find of the largest of three numbers of 8-bit numbers stored in memory locations, that is 7AH, 7BH, and 7CH. The program should compare the numbers using a conditional branching and a flag based decision, and stores the largest numbers at the memory location 7DH. The objective. Here is some objective. It is to understand and apply comparison and branching instructions in 8051, such as C, JNE, and conditional jumps. This is to learn how to use the accumulator A and carry flag CY for the logical decision making. To design a program that reads data from memory, compares multiple values, and stores the final results. To draw the we have done the flowcharts. Um, the comparison first the compare it compares area is less than r0, so carry flag is equals to 1, meaning the meaning is the first number. Yeah, if a is greater than r0, cy is equals to 0, that is new number. If a is equals to r0, cy unchanged, value is equal. This is a carry flag. So now the code and output will be run and showed by Chandana.K.S.
I'll be presenting my language program executed on Kyle Vision IDE. The experiment is based on 8051 microcontroller, which uses low-level assembly instructions for data manipulation. The main objective of this program is to find the largest of three sensor readings. The given data values are stored at memory locations 7AH, 7BH, and 7CH. The result, the largest value among them, is stored in memory allocation 7DH. In the program, first load the first number from 7AH into the accumulator. Then I compare it with the second number stored at 7BH using CJNE instruction. The CJNE instruction represents compare and jump if not equal instruction, checks whether the two numbers are equal or which one is greater. If the value in A is smaller, the carry flag becomes set and the second number replaces the value in A. This ensures that after the first comparison, the accumulator holds the larger of the first two numbers. Next, compare the temporary largest value in A with the third number stored at 7ch. Again, CJNE and JC instructions are used to perform conditional branching. If A is smaller than the third number, that number is moved into A. At this point, A contains the overall largest number among the three. The final result is stored into the memory location 7DH using the move 7DH A instruction. This is the program we have done where we have used move CJNE, JP, and 7DH, 7AH, and 7BH numbers. For This is how our code runs. I used KLU Vision to write assembly and simulate this program. During simulation, the register window and memory window show the live data changes for A, R0, and B registers. The disassembly window displays the corresponding machine code and program execution sequence. The flag-based decision process using carry flag helps in understanding the logic flow clearly. Hence, the program is successfully identifies and stores the largest of three numbers, demonstrating data comparison, conditional jumps, and memory operations in 8051 assembly language. Next will be continued by Deepthi about conclusion.
And to conclude this, the program successfully demonstrates the use of comparison and conditional branching to identify the largest value among three given numbers stored at memory location 7AH, 7BH, and 7CH with the result stored in 7DH. Through this experiment, the logical process of comparing numbers step by step was clearly understood, first between the initial two numbers and with the third. The use of accumulator logic and flag based decision making illustrate how the microprocessor utilizes internal flags to perform conditional operations efficiently. The, the accompanying flow diagram helps visualize the decision path and enhances the understanding of how control flows based on comparison results. Overall, this exercise provides valuable insight into basic logic implementation, flag operations, and decision control within assembly language or low level programming concepts. And thank you.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ